We all have mobile devices and tablets with us every day, but how often do we use them to learn something new about what's going on in the world that we live in? Apart from Googling tomorrow's weather, almost never. Let me fix this and discuss a rather distant practice, Confucianism, which I thoroughly researched as I always take in Chinese culture and interest. Cultural practice have a significant impact on particular people's worldview, so it is important to understand them in diverse society of the United States. In most cases, the notion of cultural practice defines the custom beliefs in the way of life. Confucianism is a philosophical practice that determines the Chinese attitude and approach to life. Currently, it is followed by many Chinese individuals and remains a way of life for most of them. The Chinese people hold it dear to their heart, as opined by Corsini, the author of the recent article Filial Piety in Buddhism in 2019. The central idea in Confucianism is filial piety, which refers to respect to one's parent and humanity, entailing care for other people. I would hence like to start with the central concept of respect for parents to trace its general cultural influence. The Confucian way of life is highly upheld having respect for one's parent. Filial piety is considered the root of all Confucian values. For instance, filial piety gives ways to consider to give ways that is considered such as brotherly love. It means that a man will respect another man as if they were brothers from the same mother, as argued by Corsini in 2019. This notion is essential in understanding that the Chinese established the virtues of respect for their superiors in equal regards to how they respect their parents. Also, filial piety is demonstrated through ancestral worship. Confucian cultures dictate that the children love their parents in real life, and even when they die, they uphold members in high esteem, as opined by Huang and Gov 2015. For instance, ancestral worships is practiced through worshiping. It is is practiced through worshiping of tablets kept at home. The other manifestation of concepts is noted in religion and involves going to graves of their dearly departed and praying for their souls in the afterlife. It will mainly be done for both the recently departed and the distant ancestors to appease their spirits. Therefore, filial piety is in fact the basis of the Chinese social hierarchy and worldview, but it's also translated into other cultures concept and such as humanities. Equally important, which is the concept of humanities, was a care practice of Confucianism, cultural practice among the Chinese. The understanding of Confucianism is found in Corsini article 2019, signifies that the cultural practice encouraged helping others establish themselves in equal measures as the outcome practices humanities which society expects to live in. I believe that the short excursion we made now will help us value diversity more and understand the Chinese several concepts better. The humanities important the humanities included the practice of the goodness and the benevolence under the idea of charity. The cultural practice calls for concept of the human beings doing and treating others well in society. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to reiterate the cultural overbears on how people lead their lives. It determines customs, heritage, and beliefs. In China, people adhere Confucianism principles. For instance, the culture champions filial piety, whereby the parents need to be given their utmost respect from their children. In the event, they must be remembered through ancestral worship, neither through tablets or grave worshiping. Overall, cultural practice not only a way of life, but strive to provide continuity from generation to the other, as depicted in the Chinese way of life. Thank you.